Welcome to Everything Currency. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about these charts. I want to talk a little bit about the Bitcoin chart because we did have our weekly close this last week. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin mining because Bitcoin mining is still a big deal and it still is very important about what's going on with Bitcoin mining for the entire cryptocurrency space. And also want to talk to you guys a little bit about Coinbase. Coinbase had some good returns for Q4, and we'll see what that means for the entire cryptocurrency space. So if you're excited about that, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and let's just get right into it. Let's start off with this little thing right here. Decentralized. This Coinbase reports growth in Q4 earnings despite decline in users. Now, I'm gonna let you know right now that Coinbase probably seen some growth in the United States when FTX went down because everybody left FTX, and then they got the drip off of all of those people. Half of those people had to go to either Coinbase or either like crypto.com were like two of the only ones that they could have went to. So Coinbase had some pretty nice earnings. They had 2.6 billion in earnings, so the market is still showing that hey, it's a strong industry, it's a strong business. So that's good for cryptocurrency all around, even though the prices are doing some interesting things. Let's just take a look right at it. So this is the Bitcoin chart right here on the weekly, and what I meant by that is we've been coming down on this Bitcoin chart, and the interesting things was we kind of bottomed out here and then we came back up to retest our level, which is right here, this 200 moving average level right there. So seeing that Bitcoin is doing all these things is very nice. Right here, this is what I'm looking at on the daily chart. Right here we can see that we're putting in this higher high right here on these days, higher peaks than this peak right here. We're putting in this higher lows right here. So this is showing some pretty nice action. We can see that the price is bouncing exactly where it should. Just like if we look over here, this was the peak, price came up, went above it, came back down, retested that peak, went above it, came down and retested that peak right there. So Bitcoin is doing some pretty interesting things. It's looking like the week is going to be what matters. Again, this 200 moving average on the weekly is like the main level that we're trying to get over for Bitcoin right now. So until we get above that, we still got to stay where we're at, which is cautiously bullish. When we get above that, we can go ahead and flip to fully bullish. So with that cautiously bullish right there, we can go ahead and just collect some altcoins. But when we get above here and we go like this, then it's game on for collecting those cryptos. So right now, just collecting slowly, dollar cost averaging, DCAing into some of your favorite cryptocurrencies, the DAGs, the tracks, all the coins that I like. Check out my videos, my low cap gem videos for all the currencies that I do like in this market. So right now, some interesting things going on with the overall global market. I'm gonna just speak off the cuff right here because I don't have an article or anything, but I still wanted to talk about what's going on in the overall markets right now because people are getting confused by the Fed, what's going on over there. Now we have some very interesting things in China with the Chinese stock market, and people in America need to realize that the dollar is not the only thing out there. It is the top dog, it is the world reserve currency, but it's not the only thing out there. And we've seen that when this DXY chart, as a matter of fact, I could pull that up real quick so you can see it. When this DXY chart right here on the weekly was having this dump right here, we've seen other currencies actually doing pretty well, actually doing the opposite of what the DXY was doing, obviously. And the asset prices were following these currencies. Asset prices were following the pound, they were following the euro, they were following the yen, and we can see that things are happening bullishly in China, and they're starting to let the money printers go bare, for lack of a better way of describing it. So China's turning on the money printer. Now there's a couple of scenarios in this market right now that says the United States at some point has to turn back on that money printer. So we'll see how that goes. I don't like to try to predict what's going to happen with those markets. That's why we do look at these charts to give us some better ideas. But either way, looking at the history of crypto, looking at Bitcoin and all this stuff, it's looking like we're halfway through the bear market based on just past chart analysis. Right here, Iceland becomes the largest Bitcoin hash rate producer per capita. So more people in Iceland, not more people, but there's more power coming from Iceland for Bitcoin than anywhere in the world. That's pretty cool. Iceland has an abundance of geothermic and hydropower. Now, if you don't know what about Bitcoin mining is, you're running basically really hot machines and they got to stay cool. So Iceland is just a place that's naturally good for Bitcoin mining, and that brings the Bitcoin hash rate difficulty up to these peak levels that we're going to see. This is very interesting because the narrative of Bitcoin mining being centralized in China is actually like, where is it now? It's gone. So everybody who had that argument for Bitcoin is gone. And I only bring that up to say that there's FUD in these markets, and you can see that once things go down the line, people start to try to fix the little problems that pop up here and there as we're building. They're going to work themselves out in the long run, and this is one of those things that we're actually seeing paying out right here with Iceland becoming a high producer of hash rate. The United States is trying to boost up their hash rate, and we got China trying to boost up their hash rate, and many other places around the world trying to boost up their hash rate. And it's going to be something that countries actually look at, like who's mining the most Bitcoin, who has the highest hash rate. It's going to be something that they pay attention to in the next up and coming years. For all those people that think that crypto is going away, it's not going anywhere. So y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, check out the website etcurrency.com. Leave me a comment in the comment box of anything you would like me to make a video about. Check out my website so you can get into my Telegram group right now. Links in there. Y'all think positive, and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots. And remember, negative, I messed up the ending, but y'all know what I was going to say. Don't be making those negative statements about currency. Till next time, peace.